Hi everyone, this is going to be a very special love reading for messages that you just need to hear right now, and this is going to be a timeless reading from whenever you watch this. And I just want to say a really big thank you first of all for subscribing, and I mean right now as I'm speaking it's 67,000 subscribers and it just makes me so happy, and thank you so much for all of the love and support. It means so much to me. The other thing I want to mention is if you would like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below, as I do a giveaway every single month. I know that not everybody can afford to pay for a private reading, so that is my way of giving back. And if you would like to purchase a private paid reading, can't even speak, so much alliteration going on. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information for that will be down below. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is that my bracelets are on Etsy. They are handmade by me. They are spiritually charged, which means that they have been meditated with, they are saged, and they are there to remove obstacles and challenges from areas of your life. So the ones really corresponding and correlating with this particular reading, I have the Law of Attraction bracelet. This one is slightly different because it has a hangman's nose, so it's adjustable in that way. But the other ones are all tie bracelets, so you technically tie them on. And we have the twin flame bracelet, I have the soulmate bracelet, and I have the love bracelet there. So this is just to really enhance these areas of life and also to remove challenges and obstacles in those areas. They start from just £3 with free international shipping, and also my crystals are on Etsy as well if you are interested in those. The link to my Etsy shop will be down in the description box below. So let's get started with this reading and see what is coming through. And yeah, so I have here, I believe these are called the Lover's Oracle cards, just in case you are wondering what they are called. And we are going to begin with this really beautiful heart-shaped reading. So let's have a look. They're a little bit more challenging to shuffle, but yeah, let's see what messages come through with this reading. These are messages that you need to hear, right now. Alright, so we have them. First one here is very, very interesting. Look at the beautiful artwork. Let's just have a little bit of artwork appreciation. It says here, trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I really feel like a lot of you need to hear, that it's okay to go with the flow. It's okay to accept that certain things in our life happen the way that they happen. Just know that your current situation in love, it's not going to be your forever situation, in the sense that if you're really struggling with a lot of challenges, obstacles, a lot of, confusion, hot and cold energy, know that that isn't going to be your forever situation. It starts with accepting your situation, and then automatically things then start to transform. Why? Because the universe, when you start to accept things, the universe is like, okay, you've accepted things, you've learned, you've grown from those things, and the universe then allows things to transform. So I really feel like many of you have to trust the situation you're in, know that you are protected by the universe, that sometimes the universe wants you to learn lessons. It can be learning them the hard way, but just know that things will make you stronger. The situation will transform. Whatever situation you're in, things will get better. Alright, that's really what I'm getting with that first card. Also know that the universe is trying to protect you. Sometimes they're doing things for the sake of your protection, and you might wonder right now and think, but how? How is the universe trying to protect me when I feel like X, Y, and Z? Sometimes you don't realize that things could be much worse than they are. And you might be thinking, yeah, but things are so bad right now. Trust me when I say they could be much worse. So this is about trusting your situation, knowing that you're protected, and also accepting. And when you accept, you're actually learning and acknowledging. You're not hiding away from it. So I really feel that this needs to be heard, and it can be a bit of a bitter thing to hear sometimes, I guess, the way I phrase it. But just know that it's for your benefit, and that sometimes trusting can lead to incredible things. Accepting can lead to incredible things, and know that those are incredible things. Okay, so the next card we have here, which fell out in the little pile of cards that we have, is this one right here. So beautiful. And this one says forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to wait. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Again, very similar, right? This is about accepting, learning, forgiving, but also this is really about, not spending too much time and energy on why is this happening? What, why do I feel like this? And yes, it's okay to reflect, right? But don't try and let those thoughts consume you into a negative cycle of, feeling just like nothing will ever come, and not trusting the universe, not accepting things. It's really about focusing your energy on, the current, the present, having acceptance. What is it that's happening right now? How can you live your best life right now? And it really is also forgiveness. If someone's done something bad to you, you don't have to directly go to them and forgive them. This is about forgiving them in your heart and allowing and creating that space so that you can focus on the things that are valuable to you right now. Right? So that is really what I'm seeing there. We have this card here. I feel like this is how I sleep on a daily basis. I don't know how everyone else sleeps, but I literally curl up like this and sleep. I don't know why that just literally came up to me, but does anyone else sleep like that? Please let me know. I'm really curious. All right, so this message here, it says, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. Wow, these messages, right, are so aligned that this is going to hit such a specific group that need to hear this, to give yourself self-love, to put all of this into yourself, to forgive, to accept, to try not to think too much about what's happened in the past. Try and think about the present, accept what's in the present situation. It's about forgiving and learning and growing, giving yourself that time, that energy, giving yourself that self-love first and foremost, and then things will really transform. Wow, right? Wow. This is really about giving yourself all of this. Imagine how much, you can give, how much you give to others. Imagine giving all of that to yourself. I mean, that is powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful within its own. Oh, wow. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. It's so important right now to take a step back, but not look back. It's important to look back sometimes to reflect and then to be able to take those lessons forward, but try not to think too much about what's happened in the past. It's important sometimes to step back and to actually look at the full situation, what's going on in your life right now, accepting things for what they are right now, and focusing on your present time, by reflecting. But try not to reflect so much on the past to the point where you are just consumed by past events, because then that becomes quite toxic, and that can be very difficult to then progress from as well for the future, right? So wow, these messages are incredible. Oh my gosh, this is a seriously powerful message, very powerful message. So we have this artwork here, and it says power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Always remember that you have power. You have power to manifest what it is that you want in your life. Now, the thing is, we can't control other people's actions. We can't control other people's words or how they feel about us. But we have the power to control ourselves, our feelings, and our actions. And that in its own right is so powerful. So, so, so profound, so powerful, and so strong. This is really about you putting this power into yourself, giving yourself this huge amount of love that you totally deserve, and not being too stuck in past events. Try and be more present. Yoga, meditation, journaling can allow us to be much more present. It can also allow us to grow stronger, and it can also contribute as ways of releasing certain energies that are really kind of in us that we haven't really acknowledged. So it really helps us to feel much better. So this is about you having power. You instinctively have an intuition. It's about, using that intuition. If you feel so drawn to someone who is very confused about you right now, use your power right now, not to be tied into their confusion and, thinking too much about their confusion. Let them be confused, but in the meantime, focus on yourself. Focus on your power. Give yourself that love and that time that you deserve, because that is really going to put you in a very powerful place, because you're acknowledging yourself first. And that in itself is so strong. So strong. You have power. Know that you have power. Even when you feel powerless in a certain situation, know that you still have power. You do, because you can control yourself. You are intuitive. And as I mentioned, if someone's confused about you, if someone's not sure about you, if you feel like things are not going the way that you want them to go, you still have so much control in you to control what is within you, if that makes sense. You still have power. Let them be confused. But in the meantime, put all of this into you. That is very important. Okay, so we have this particular card here. I don't know why, but I really feel like this looks like me. I don't know if it's just me or what it is, but if you guys don't know what I look like, I have a display picture on my YouTube, but I also have an Instagram linked below. I really feel like this looks like me. I don't know if it's just me. Anyways, so let's start with this message here. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Again, a message that goes along with the other messages. Love is not about claiming something. They always say, if you love a flower, you wouldn't pick it. You would allow it to grow, you would nourish that flower, and you would give it a lot of love. You would, talk to the flower. But if you didn't really love that flower, you would pick it and you would be very possessive over that flower, and then eventually that flower would die because you picked it. So the thing about love is that there has to be some space, there has to be some time, it's just effortless. Love in itself is effortless, and if you, feel like you constantly have to chase after someone, you have to always put in the work, it's about, giving that space and time to see also what they would do in return, because it's very important. So, of course, let there be closeness for sure, but it's important to give each other some space, because love doesn't claim, just like the whole flower thing that I talked about. Love is supposed to be effortless, and no, it's not supposed to be easy, because of course there will be challenges and there will be things that you will be faced with, but you can also fight through those things. But you don't have to be bonded to them 24/7, if that makes sense. So it's really about knowing that there can be space and distance and time, and that is totally fine. That is okay. But it's also about not always being the one to always do everything. That's also very important here. It's also about taking back your power, giving space to see what they will do. That is also very important. So there we have that message right there. I'm going to just move these along. Now we have this one. Look at that. And we have here sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Okay? Now, whether you're dealing with somebody, okay, for some of you, you might not even be dealing with anyone. But what I'm seeing, this particular message is really for those of you that are in a spiritual connection, in the sense of a twin flame connection, a soulmate connection, or a past life connection where you feel like you've known this person from a past life, right? If they are confused, focus on you. Let them come to you. Give space, as we saw here. Accept the current situation. Try not to force it on them. Just know that things will transform. Trust the universe, but put all of this into yourself and know that you have power. Okay? There is a sacred union here. You will probably feel that it is very sacred because you won't stop thinking about it. But the important thing here is to know that you have power on your thoughts and your actions, which is very important. So feed yourself that. Feed yourself that main thought, the main sense of action, and know that you have power in this situation above all. Alright, so that's really what I'm seeing is, yes, there is a very spiritual connection here, And, this in general just shows that things will get better, things will evolve. That's why I'm saying is that if they're confused right now and if things are hot and cold right now, the most important thing right now is you. That's what the guides are trying to really pull you in towards. You are very important. Okay, and we have this. Now, for those of you that are single and you're just trying to, listen to what's coming through, it's showing that there is a sacred union coming towards you, but it's also showing you that you must put a lot of self-love and power into yourself. That is very, very important. And this is also the same for those of you that are wanting to move on. It's a very universal reading. Take the messages that resonate, remember. Okay, we have this one. It kind of goes really nicely with my crystal. I'm not even going to lie. Just look at this. It's bluey and it's kind of purpley and greeny, and it just matches. And it's kind of yellowy as well. It really, this card, and it's the last card, which says, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love, right? So there is no right and wrong, but it's about your choice. As we see here, right? You have power. Never underestimate your power, but know that your power controls you, your words, your actions. Know that, transformation can occur in this situation, especially because whatever your current situation is, the minute you accept how things are going, things can transform. It's also about having forgiveness and not living in the past. It's really about accepting your situation and how things are right now. It's about really, just allowing things to unfold, giving space where necessary, and it's about letting this person here come towards you. I really feel like that is very, very important. It's important to let this person come towards you, and really allowing them to show you, right, with action, because actions speak louder than words. Show you how they feel towards you, how they want things to progress, what they're thinking, because I really feel like that is very, very important. Especially, it gives you a position of power, because they are the ones then expressing things. So, I'm really seeing that, and I'm seeing a sacred union here for sure. I mean, it really seems to me like this is a very spiritual connection in that sense, because it's almost like you're so intuitive. You instinctively know, right, that there is something really strong. And for those of you that are single, there's something strong that's going to come your way, and you're instinctively going to know, whoa, this is a sacred union. And this is such a universal reading in that sense, because I'm really seeing it resonate with so many people. It's genuinely unreal. And, this is just absolutely incredible. It just shows how much power we have as human beings to be able to manifest what we want in our life. But not just that. It's also about knowing that we can't control other people's actions, but we can control our own. And when we control our own, we actually do have more power than we realize. Every day we make certain decisions that impact, what we eat, what we do, how we feel. We make those judgments, and it all stems from ourselves. And as I mentioned, I think there are some really important things that, are really great to make you feel much better. Especially spiritually and physically and mentally, and emotionally, it can give you a lot more balance. And those three things, as I mentioned, are yoga, meditation, and journaling. Those are all three forms of release that can actually make you feel much better. Crying is also seen as a release, right? But of course, it is a different type of release altogether. But when you cry, you've got everything off your chest, and most of the time you feel much lighter afterwards. Not in the moment, but afterwards, it's a release, right? Yoga, meditation, and journaling, of course, it's not like crying at all, but they also give you a release. Yoga is also seen as a form of exercise, so it gives you that kind of release as well. But also in terms of, meditation, it gives you something to focus on, and that focus is you. So these types of releases are very important. With journaling, it gives you that release because you're really focusing on releasing emotions, releasing things that you perhaps would want to say to somebody or you would want to say to yourself, but you haven't quite figured out how you would, and putting it to paper or putting it, if you're typing it up, it just gives you that almost instant sense of release, right? So again, it really is also about, that element of release and forgiveness and accepting the situation and knowing that you have power in the situation and trust the universe and know that you are protected by the universe. There are certain lessons that we have to learn. We have a few lessons here which, have to do with, our personal power, forgiveness, and also, letting there be closeness, but also know that space is a normal part and parcel of life. But obviously, it's also important for you to trust. Okay, so that is really what I'm seeing here. And, just take the messages that really resonate in this situation, because there's a lot of them here, right? So, yes, so this is going to, be the end of the messages that you need to hear right now in regards to love. And if this reading really resonated with you, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much to those of you who have subscribed. It means a lot to me, and I know that it's also tied into the giveaway that I do every month. I am aware that many of you do subscribe mainly to enter the giveaways that I do. But, regardless, so many of you do watch my videos as well, and it means a lot to me that you enjoy the readings and that they give you something from it. So, also, as I mentioned, do check out the description box below for information on the private paid readings, the free reading giveaways that I do, and also my bracelets, as we see here, and the crystals will be on Etsy, so the link to my Etsy shop will be down below. And also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, a link for that will be down below. And I hope you all have an absolutely lovely day, night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And take care. Bye! Sorry, by the way, that is my the beads on my bracelet. I know they're probably annoying a lot of people throughout this reading, but they are just doing their own thing. But yes, I will see you all very, very soon. Bye!